Hey y'all, welcome to Latte's World. I'm your girl Latte, and today we gonna be talking about relationships. Make sure you do yourself and myself a favor and like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. But yeah, like I said in the title, you see the title, relationship recovery, because we need to recover from some of these relationships, family ships, the love ships, people ships, ships of a ship and shipping. Okay, but listen, let's get into it. It's crazy because when you in a relationship, sometimes you feel you be better off single. And then once you get single and you see the fishes and the birds that's out there for you to catch, you rather be alone. You heard me. You heard how quiet it got? Alone. Listen, I am not no hypocrite. We all go through different things in a relationship and nobody is perfect. So I did not come on this camera here today to bash, smash, or talk about or lash out on anybody that I have previously been in a relationship with thus far. I just came to speak my views on the situation far as relationships, because we all been in one. I'm not sure, because some people they rather be by themselves, and I've come to learn sometimes it's better off that way. Listen, I have set in every category at this point in time. I'm being realistic with you. I've been a girlfriend, I've been a baby mama, I've been a wife. Like, and in each situation, there was a different caliber. I'm not going to lie. You don't stay within the same place. The whole point within life is to grow. You grow from one spot to the other. So I grew from being a girlfriend. I sat in the space of being a baby mama for a while. And then at some point, naturally, I became someone's wife. And in each situation, I'm not going to say it wasn't. See, you see me here? You see me here? I don't groan because I'm looking for the right words to use so I don't be offensive, because I have nothing negative to say. This is definitely a positive video. So what I will say is, in each situation, there was a difference, because in each situation was a different maturity level, which I gained a different worth at each level, meaning that you don't know your worth in the beginning when you first start out. Some people feel they do, but overall you don't, because if you do, it's just certain things you will not accept in certain situations, whether you a girlfriend, baby mama, or a wife. And I can say in each situation I have accepted some things, and I have put out some things that should have never coexisted. And some of my relationships, in each of my relationships, I can say I was a different person that played a different person in each one. In one relationship, I could say I was probably stern. In another relationship, I could say I was submissive. And then maybe in another relationship, I can say I was overall aggressive, because each relationship that you go through with a different person actually makes you a different person. I don't give a damn what you say, how you say it, whether it's for the good or for the bad. It changes you. And if you've been through some bullshit, at some point in time, some of bullshit is going to attach. Some people become toxic in one situation and will take that toxicity into another situation, whereas you didn't want it here, but you're putting it here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some people have been in a toxic relationship to where now that they can get in a relationship where someone could actually be treating them good, and they don't even realize it because they so used to bullshit. You understand? Like me, one thing that I had to learn, everybody cannot be you. Just because you know what you would do in a situation don't mean that everybody will do or be able to do the same thing that you are able to. Me, anything that I do for somebody, it comes from my heart. You understand? I never do something for somebody to be able to look back and say, you know what, I did this for you, I did that for you. The factors of doing it is for a person to appreciate it, and not everybody does. So sometimes you might throw a little reminder out there, like, you know what, do you remember such and such? But it's not the factors of talking about it, it's the factors of the memory that you created with another person that you genuinely did not create with someone else. And what people don't realize, money is always a thing. You can get with someone that has money in a relationship, but that does not mean you're going to be treated the way that you want to be treated in that relationship. The only thing that can be in that relationship is money. It might not be no real attachment. It might not be no real love. It's just a way of support. And a lot of people stay in situations for ways of support versus being in a situation actually for ways of love. Because the most expensive thing you can give to somebody is your time. Time is the most expensive free thing that you can give away. So if you are willing to give somebody some time out of your life and they are not willing to appreciate the time that is given, you have to restrict your time from that person, because for you can't get that time back. The only thing that you can do is move forward. So you cannot move forward if you still living in the past. And living in the past consistent of still fighting for what it was that you was fighting for then that you still might not be getting now. Like, what is the point in that? People say communication. Okay, the best thing in any situation, the best thing to do is communicate. You can communicate with somebody until you are blue in the face. If they do not comprehend what it is that you are trying to communicate, you're wasting, once again, something that is very expensive, your time. And I'm saying this speaking from different spaces within a relationship. I've been loved. I've been cheated on. I've been heartbroken. We've all played a different space in a different place with a different person. No two relationships is the same. What you did here is not what you did here. But for me at 43, what I will not do and what I refuse to do, I will not allow myself to go backwards. I will not leave a person that's possibly at a 4 or 5 to go to somebody that is a 0. My point is to move forward, not move backwards. So this man could be having this 1, 2, or 3 things that I might actually be looking for, but then I'm going to deal with someone else that has no qualities of which I'm looking for at all. In the dating game these days, oh my God, it sucks. It sucks. When I say it sucks ass, it really sucks ass. Oh, well, you know I got kids. Look. They here. They always gonna be here. She's making a rose. But yes, going out into the world after, let's just say you a person, you've been in a relationship for years and now you just getting back out into the world trying to get your feet wet. People are crazy. People are crazy. And if you think that you was going through some shit in your relationship, the new shit that they got going on out here, you might not be prepared for. Because I'm one that'll be sitting with my mouth open in disbelief like, I'm a newbie to the shit. I'm just being honest. I'm not going to say I haven't had any short-term relationships, but I'm a family girl. I like long-term, at-home, family-style situations. Man, women, and children. Man, woman, child, children. I got children, so I'm going to say man, women, and children. And then I'm not going to sit here, listen, I done tried both. Well, I got kicked off the female side of the fence because, see, I tried the gay thing. Sorry, no, I'm not trying to be funny under the LBGTQ, but they told me I really wasn't gay, that I was over there. I shouldn't have came over here, and I should go back over there because what I want is really over there. I'm just over here and came to play. See, the girls didn't want me either. That you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. Like, I went through some shit with the men, so I said I woke up one day and I said, you know what? I'm going to get me a girls all over the world. And then they said, no, bitch, you ain't for us. You really for them and you hurt. So you coming over here to play and we ain't gonna deal with that. So I winded up back over on that side of the fence. You know? So when I went back over there on that side of the fence, I realized something. I really realized something. It's not you as a person. You can't control other people's actions. You only can be who you are. And the second that you think that you can change somebody, don't get me wrong, if a person want to change, they're fully going to change on their own. It can be because the love of you or listen, it fully has to be because they want to change. If a person don't want to change, I don't give a damn how much you love them, how much you put into them. It ain't shit gonna change but the date, maybe the address. That's about it. Alright? But anything else has to be because another person want to do it. And a lot of times we try to force what we want for another person to do into the situation, and because they're not doing it on their own, it's just friction. It's just friction. I think that in a situation, it's supposed to be do unto others as you want done to yourself. Have I done some bullshit in a relationship? Listen, child, let me tell you. We will be here all day. But when you know better, you do better. And I'm at an age where I know what it is that I want. And I'm not willing to accept anything less because I'm not going to put less out there. So the second I feel like a person is giving me less than whatever you can't do for me, I can't do for you. And that's period. That's on period. It don't got nothing to do with financial, and anything you can't do for me, I cannot do for you. I am not in the business of riding shit until the wheels fall off. Let them motherfuckers fall and let that car sit crooked. Because I will not be the person to keep it stable. If we are not keeping this car together, then that car gonna be lopsided. Because I got to go. I guess you could call me a track star at this point. You know, she's a runner, she's a track star. Because as soon as some shit I don't like take place, I am getting out of there. I am removing myself. I will not be a part of negative energy. What's understood should never have to be explained. And when you've been in a situation with a person after a while, if you still have to explain what it is that takes for a person to do what they need to do for you to be with you for you, then you with the wrong person. And for all of that, I'll be single. I mean, I've been in situations where I've seen, listen, your girl done lost her damn mind at some points. I done been on the phone to the point where I done been foaming at you know when you got the little white stuff in the corners here. No! Listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on around me because I'm so focused on getting my point across on this phone. Okay? I done chase niggas down. I done punch niggas in the face and none of that's good. But when you are an emotional disaster, you find yourself in some crazy situations. And I refuse to have a person put me in a situation where I have to see myself like that ever again. Ever, 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 never, ever. Never, ever, never, 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 ever. Never, ever. Listen, I guess it comes to a terms where you have to love you. Anything else that comes into play is an extra. And you can't expect nobody to love you more than you love yourself. It starts with you first. And if you're willing to accept less for yourself, you can't be mad if a person is putting less out there for you. The same pressure a person applied to get you, if that shit ain't the same by the time they get with you, then that shit got to go. And a lot of the times we be still staying with people because we know the potential that they have. But if that potential ain't became fact, then that potential got to get thrown back back into the fucking bushes, because I'm not going to potentially be with somebody when I can actually be with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, life is short, life is precious, and life means everything. And if God gives you the blessing of having another day of life, there's no need to waste it on people that is wasting your time. If you want to be with me, you're going to have to show me and tell me that you want to be with me. The old shit that a person would normally do to fool you does not get over anymore. Those things, those days, let that be the past. Those days has to be over, because it becomes a 360 cycle. Okay. And me personally, anybody, I'm not with no breaks. Like, I'm not getting into no relationship with nobody to be taking no breaks. If we taking a break, we taking a permanent break. Like, that shit is going to be forever. I will not allow somebody the power to enter and leave my life when they choose. If you choose to go, make sure you stay going. Make sure you stay going by all means. Because just the fact that you comfortable with being able to pick up and choose to leave when you want to shows me that you really don't want to be here. So it's no need for us to do the back and forth thing. And being that I have grown as a person, I know how to move on from situations with no hard feelings attached. There's no need to have hard feelings towards something that ain't nothing. Only way it's going to be something is if you put your energy into something that is negative, because you're going to get something negative out. If you rocking on all positive, then you're going to receive positive in return, because you're not going to allow the negative to seep in. And when you have no negative intent for people, you are able to push forward without worrying about having to get even, or having to prove a point, or having to hurt a person the way you feel that they hurt you. I've been in situations where, listen, I done been so mad. I done went on a nigga Facebook. I made him gay, took all the pictures off, all type of like, I am something else, okay? Like, I have been something else, but now I choose to be something else other than whatever that was. I don't choose to have to be toxic. I don't choose to have to waste my time communicating in situations where there's no comprehension. If I have to argue to get my point across, in which we both adults and we know that there should be understanding, ain't no need. Ain't no need. And if there's kids that's involved in a situation where there are two people that are or was in a relationship, a lot of the times, you know what I hate? That kids are used as pawns. Kids are used as pawns in situations by men and women. Men and women, yes. Men and women both use kids as pawns, and they never should be, because if there's one thing that should be understood, is that kids are innocent and you don't play with kids. And when kids are involved in situations, then that make them grow, how can I say, rebellious feelings towards the parents. Because listen, first of all, y'all two motherfuckers brung me here, and now I'm caught in the middle because y'all can't get some shit right. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. So why am I involved in this? I wasn't there when y'all ain't need no help with that, but now y'all need help on being parents because y'all can't get y'all together. Don't play with me. And one thing, as a woman, that I am not going to do, I will notarize it, stamp it, copyright it, put it in the mail and send it to myself. I will never beg a man to do something for his child that he knows that he is supposed to do. I remember I have found myself in situations where, as a woman, you need a little bit of help, so you will reach out for the help. But I will never allow somebody to use the help that I need for them to give me as a slap in the face to me and my children. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, my kids know if they ain't got nothing and nobody else, they got me. And when they wake up and go to sleep in the morning, they gonna see me there. Unless I done snuck out to the casino. I be sneaking out to the casino, and I be trying to sneak back in, but sometimes one of them be woke, and then I be caught, and then I be like, hey, but that's neither here or there. When they wake up and go to sleep, they know who they gonna be there for, or who's going to be there for them. And it's funny because kids gonna ask the person that they know is going to give them what they need for what it is that they want. Meaning, if you see that your child is like, mommy, can I get mommy, this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be, don't ask your child no dumb shit like, well, why you don't ask your father, or why you don't ask so-and-so? Nigga, if I could ask them and knew I was gonna get it, do you think I would be still sitting here? No. I know if I ask my mother, it's a definite factor. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be today, but mommy gonna get it. Mommy gonna make it happen. And I ain't got time. Remember that thing I said about time being expensive? Kids don't like getting their time wasted either. Don't think because they little people, they don't know. These some little smart mother, that's it. Look, my kids be telling me some shit that I ain't even know sometimes. I be like, whoa, you don't say. You got to listen to the little people because they know some shit too. What you think they don't know? They sit around and watch all day. All they do is sit around and watch all day. That's why sometimes when we tell our kids some shit, they be like, the same way we do them. Because they sit and they watch everything. Everything. And kids get to a certain age where they get tired of shit too, and they'll just start saying, listen, I ain't got time for this shit no more. If this is what's going on, I know I ain't got time for nobody that ain't got time for me. People that want to do something is going to do something. And that's why I say in these relationships, stop forcing people to do something that they don't want to do. Anything a person wants to do for you, they're going to do. And that's even down to the factors of love you. You don't have to tell a person how to love you, because me personally, they did something to get with you in the first place. And whatever it is that they did to get with you, if they're not still continuing to do that, then they don't value you as much as they did at that time. So stop wasting your time. But every situation is not the same, and there is still some good people out here. I was sitting there saying that, the dating pool is crazy, because it is. It is. But that don't mean that there ain't still some good people out in the dating pool, because you see how I'm having this conversation right now about my situation. It's possibly somebody that's out there that feels the same way about this. And then mind you, listen. When you in love, you do some the damnedest things. Okay? So some things you can't come back from. So be careful with those things that you choose to do. And the only advice that I can give to you is love you how you can love you, and don't settle for anything that's not loving you the same way that you love yourself. This is Latte, and I am. Lattes were a.